Oh yeah, that's easy.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for coming. My name is Heidi Zini, and I'm the Program Coordinator of Exercise Science and Sport Leisure Management. And this is Celeste Arietta. We're co-chairs of the Convocation Committee.
Welcome. So we are part of an inclusive, multicultural, and international campus. So I want to say hola to everyone, and I'm sure you know what it means.
So we have some special guests here today. We would like to welcome Senator Kathleen Austin, Representative Kathleen McCarty, Representative Emmett Riley. It's my pleasure to introduce our college president, Mary Ellen Jakowski.
Thanks, Heidi and Celeste. Good morning, everyone. Come on. We gotta get some energy in this.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning and welcome to the official start of the academic year with the annual Convocation. According to Webster's Dictionary, one definition for the word convocation is a ceremonial assembly of members of a college or university. Today, we gather to officially welcome all members back to the start of a new academic year. I am very excited and enthusiastic in welcoming you to Three Rivers, where our mission is to educate and transform lives. I want to provide a warm welcome to the faculty and staff. Thank you for being here this morning. I want to officially welcome and recognize our new students. Would any new student please stand up so we can recognize you? Returning students. All students, you are now part of a diverse and inclusive community. You are now a member of Three Rivers community, a community of teachers, nurses, writers, scientists, political scientists, sociologists, who all advance learning to transform the world. You come to this college to make the room of your mind an interesting place to live for the rest of your life. You come to Three Rivers to grow in knowledge and also to grow within, in your inner spirit, to use all that you learn and all that you encounter for your own self-reflection and self-examination in order to make better choices for yourself and others. You come to a community college because it's important to be connected, to know you are part of something larger. You want to be taken seriously and to influence your surroundings. Here you will learn your voice by exercising it and influencing others. Our students tell me that they are more than students here. They leave footprints on this place and on this community. For our new students as well as our returning students, make the most of your educational experience at Three Rivers. I have 3 pieces of advice for you. Love the journey, not the destination. What does this mean at Three Rivers? You are here for an education, and an education is priceless. Research suggests that graduates today will change careers on the average of 7 times in their lifetimes. An education will make you successful for life, and it will be of value to you throughout your college career and your professional career. When you graduate, there will be thousands of people out there with the same degree, but there will be only one of you. Make every class, every assignment, every encounter with a classmate, a faculty member, a staff member, make the opportunity count. Look around you. The differences here are powerful and amazing. Get to know people who are different than you. A truly educated person has the freedom and the desire to engage with differences. You do not know the truth about something unless you know how someone thinks, about how someone is different than you, how someone's values may be different than yours. Expand and deepen all that you know and all that you are. If you major in business, study philosophy and ethics. If you major in biology, study music, study art. This is perhaps the boldest adventure of your life. Students, it is the greatest time of your life. Don't waste it. When you graduate, I will be proud that you earned your degree here at Three Rivers. But I will congratulate you for all that you have become on the journey. Love the journey. And secondly, learn your passion. What do you like? What really creates excitement in your learning? Love what you do and do what you love. This is your time to intellectually explore various disciplines and to test them with your gut. Ask yourself, does this turn me on? If you are not doing what you love and loving what you do, nothing you accomplish will make a difference for you or for others, nor will it give you the personal happiness and professional satisfaction throughout your life. And thirdly, make mistakes. Give yourself permission to make mistakes. If you're not making mistakes, you're not pushing yourself deep enough and far enough. Education means stretching your boundaries, testing the reality around you and testing yourself. This is your time to challenge and push yourself to the utmost. You don't have permission to explore, you have a duty to explore. By exploring, you won't always get everything right, but that's okay. Learn from your mistakes. This requires acknowledging them and owning them at the deepest part of your being. The most important lesson you will learn throughout your education is the ability to learn from your mistakes and not to make the same mistake. This advice is a formula for never settling for just being good enough. This is a time in our nation and in our world and in your life when good is not enough. Here at Three Rivers, we will not let you be satisfied with good because you have greatness within you. We are honored to have you among us and welcome you to this learning community. As John Kennedy once said, let us think of education as the means of developing our greatest abilities, because in each of us there is a private hope and dream which, fulfilled, can be translated into benefit for everyone and greater strength for our nation. My hope and my dream for each student is that this year, may you hone your abilities as you grow in wisdom, age, and grace. Enjoy your educational journey and have fun while you're learning. Thank you all very much for being here. May we all have a great academic
year. Well, thank you very much, Marielle, for those inspiring words. I'm going to introduce now our acting academic dean, Jerry Ives.
Well, good morning.
Good morning.
Didn't have too many new students here, but for the returning students, I'm probably the oldest new freshman here at the institution. So I began in April and look forward to many of you as we do graduation in the spring. So as a freshman, I welcome all of you. Maybe the new students is sort of like, you know, this seems like Tuesday, but it's really Wednesday. So perhaps as you go through this school year, there will be some things that will seem like this, but it is really something else. And that's where the faculty will be able to tell that difference between what seems and what really is. This will be, I'm going to quote a little bit from the political scene. This is going to be a huge win year for all of us here at the institution.
Yeah.
So we've got to have a huge year. I would say for at the beginning is going to be the most important time for all all of us here. We need to make sure that we don't delay, we don't procrastinate, and wait till the last minute to do something. If you get off to a good start, that will make the difference at the end, is that good start at the beginning. There are a lot of people here that are trying to make you successful, but the most important person to make you successful will be yourself. And so try not to let other things interfere with it. And someday, there's years ago, I met the co-pilot of the plane that Sullenberger was flying, that was the Miracle on the Hudson. I met the co-pilot in Washington, D.C. And he said it was very interesting. Sully had 43 or 45 years of experience. Both of us had enormous training, education, worked well together. But he said we had to make a decision that saved 155 lives in 35 seconds. For faculty, we didn't have the ability to commit to a committee. We just hope here at Three Rivers that you all are going to have all of those tools, judgments and experience, and training and education, that you can make a decision that is the right decision for yourself and others. And gosh, I hope you don't have to make that decision in 35 seconds. I want you to have a great year. I don't want anything but success. I don't want you in my office complaining about where you screwed up. I want you to be successful. Have a great year. We've got a lot of people here pulling and pushing you in the right direction. Have a great day.
Thank you, Dean Ice. It's my pleasure now to introduce Steve Fitton, the Dean of Student Services.
All right, I'm going to bring up a slideshow and try to catch everybody up with where we left off in the spring. And I think it's really interesting, if you haven't been here in the summer, to find out what we've been up to and what we've been doing, not just really this summer, but in preparation in the spring. So I wanted to start off by first thanking everybody here at the college, because we've really had great participation from everybody in everything that we've done. It really has been a team effort. It's not cliche. Every one of us has been pulling an oar to achieve so many great things. And so what I thought I'd do is just start off with a few highlights. There are so many more. And every time I showed this to a couple of the folks over in student service, they say, you need to add this and you need to add that. And there are so many things. We really had to kind of cherry pick a little bit. And they may not be your favorites if you're part of that group, but they're my favorites, okay? So the first one I wanted to mention was Super Saturday. We had like an all-hands kind of on-deck group of folks from the college. It was faculty, staff, the whole works. It was a full crew here. We were here for 5 hours on a Saturday, and we serviced 81 students. Incredible. The second thing I want to talk about is really the involvement of faculty. We've had so much faculty involvement in all we do, whether it's the GPS committee or it's, just doing the registration process. Having the faculty there to help us, it has been an enormous help to have you in there to plus up when we really need you at the end of the registration period. I'm going to show you a slide which shows you the intensity of what it looked like at the very end. But the faculty advising was really impressive. We really appreciate that. We had no late registration for the second year in a row. It's a modified policy, but it's a great policy. It fosters on-timeness to the students. Thank you for registering on time and early. Registration every year for the fall opens on April 1st. And we appreciate that you started early. But you're going to see in another slide that shows where some students waited to the very last minute. It seems to happen every year. We had 2 student orientations this year. Again, we repeated that from last summer in July and August. And we serviced about 500 students. And a quick shout out to Rhonda Spaziani for her team's effort. They're a pretty small staff, but they do great work. We have 37 student clubs and organizations. And I'm saying that to both the faculty, the staff, and the students. Get involved in the clubs. Faculty and staff, you can be an advisor to the students. Get involved. We know that this is not only a fun thing to do, but it's a proven retention tool for us and you at the college. So get involved if you can. This is not officially announced, but we're a 2017 military-friendly college, but I am putting it out there unofficially. We just found out about that, I think it was about 2 weeks ago, and we were talking to the military-friendly folks just this morning. So that's really great news for the college. Here's some of the new initiatives this year. I'm just going to go through them really quick. We have a brand new, it's an old but revived high school partnership program. We have 18 high schools participating where students in high school can take 2 courses, up to 2 courses at Three Rivers, and it costs them nothing. This is a great deal, and it's also a great recruiting tool for us at the college. We have a new program called Dual Enrollment. It's a Pell-based program for high schoolers. We have the Second Chance Pell Experimental Sites Initiative program. A lot of you may be coming back to the college not knowing that we applied for and we received, we were selected actually as one of 69 colleges throughout the country to participate in this program. There are 4 others in the state of Connecticut, and we will be servicing up to 80 inmates at 2 different prisons, Redgowski and York. So our professors, thank you, will be going out to the colleges to teach these students, and again, that's helpful to the inmates the idea is that we'll be servicing inmates that will be released between 18 months and 5 years from now. Another really neat thing is, and students, you might want to catch this real quick, we have an $883,000 scholarship needs-based grant. It used to be called the Governor's Scholarship. It's now called the Roberta B. Willis Scholarship. And this year we got a $351,000 increase, which can help you with your school finances. It's terrific. The other thing that we have that we applied for this year and received was a $90,000 Connecticut Work-Study grant. So again, it's great for the faculty and staff. You can hire students. Students, you can apply for positions at the college. And that gave us a lot of great extra capacity to be able to do that. The other thing I want to talk about is we started in the spring when you left an outside machinist program, which is the manufacturing pipeline for EB. And we talked about that for a little while at an all college. We just completed the 3rd one last Friday. And so this is a pipeline that will provide training and jobs, primarily right now through EB, but also through our partnership here in Eastern Connecticut with a group called EMA. So there are a lot of manufacturers that are a part of that want to hire our trained students of this program. Other things that we have going on, we have 3 welding programs that are set up in our pipeline. We're going to be teaching that down at Grosso Tech. We have an Intro to Manufacturing program that we're going to be teaching, and we have a whole host of other programs that are part of a grant through EWIB for the next 2.5 years, which is really terrific for Three Rivers and for Eastern Connecticut. The next thing I want to talk about is really these are just some quick pictures, but we've been working very closely with IR and Laura Chin. She came up with a terrific model. She didn't want me to talk about it, but I'm going to pat her on the back because she inspires us, all right? And she put together a model based on unemployment in the region, and it really works great. The only reason why we had a different number than her model predicted, is we did a few other things this year, I think, that were really out of the ordinary. But she keeps us on our toes because we didn't think really that we could make the model. Her model said that we were going to get to 4,069 students in the fall. All right, and so here's what it looks like for the fall. So the red line is last year. Remember I said April 1st is when you can register, and the green line is this year, and we got to 4,201 just last night, which is really impressive. All right, so the finish line for all of that, if we were to actually get to last year's number, the head count was 4,264 students. Right now we're at 4,200. We're in a period of students. Last night, I think, was the last night to add, and there's a period of drops going on right now. And then we freeze next Monday for those of you that know what we're talking about there. But basically, we stop counting at that point, okay? The good news is you can see the difference between the red and the green line, how we caught up at the end. So we stayed on pace through the entire adventure, and we were watching our numbers. The Board of Regents puts out numbers, and we were always on pace. I would like to say we were the only college that was on pace through the entire journey. Other people were worried because our numbers were behind, but our pace was good towards census. And you can see how close we are right now. It's possible, we're not betting on it, that we could actually exceed last year's number. And the reason why that would happen is we have the Second Chance Pell Program, and we have registered our new students from the prisons. We will have that done by Friday. All right, so here's the next slide. I just wanted to share this with you so you can see what happened. Imagine the last part. You see where the line is straight for about 2/3 of the way, then it peaks up, and then it peaks over. All right, I'm looking at the second, or the last third in this next slide, which is this part right here. The far left, the date is 8/19 at the lower left, and the far right was last night, all right? The last day to register online, students know this by heart, was 8/28, because most of you are continuing students. And you can see that we picked up over 600 students in 9 days. So the message is, for students, if you could help us, please, do not register in the last 9 days of registration. It is really painful, and it's really hard to help us, to help you get the classes that you want. All right, so register early. I think most of you are the veterans, you know that, but if you could encourage others, that would be helpful. And you can see we're starting to kind of level off right now, somewhere around 4,200 students. Those are great numbers, those are great results. We did not expect to be here this year. We expected to be about 5 percentage points below where we're at right now. And it's based on modeling, it's based on the past, it's based on our projections. But like I said, we've done some pretty neat new things that made the difference this year. All right, calendar ahead, this final thing I have for you. You can take a look at it. You can see our freeze date is next Monday, the 12th. We have some other cool things. We have an international student orientation. It's the first time we've ever done that. We've had a little bit of growth in international students, so we decided to host a reception for them on the 21st. We have Fresh Check, the Student Mental Health Awareness Fair on the 21st. Our financial aid disbursement to students on 9/26. I'm sure you are following that date. Professional Development Day, we have GPS coming to the campus. We have some pretty renowned experts coming to Three Rivers, which will be terrific that day. Veterans Resource Fair on the 20th, and then we have Transfer Fair on the 25th and the 26th of October. I think that's how I ended this slideshow. Yeah, almost. 3 focal areas. Okay, marketing, enrollment management, and retention. Those are the focal areas for student services this year. Really, I think they probably ought to be for the entire college, but that's where you can see we've already done a lot of marketing. Enrollment management is always in our view, and really the big thing right now for all of us, students included, is retention. And there we go. All right, thank you very much. Have a great day.
Steve. I am going to introduce now our new Vice President of the College Congress, Assistant Professor of Anatomy and Physiology, Nicola Ricard.
Good afternoon, everyone, or good morning. I'm glad to see so many returning students. I wish I saw more new students. Welcome back to my fellow faculty members, guests, and others. I would like to take just a few seconds to wish everyone a fabulous academic year. I hope that the new changes that we are going to institute this year are as great as I hope they will be. We shall see, though. For returning students, I want to let you guys know that if the semester starts to maybe not go in the direction that you had hoped it would, and that you stumble, or your goals become a little fuzzy because what you thought you wanted to do, you have maybe changed your mind or found something else that interests you, that's okay. Stumbling and finding a path that is a little bit less clear is a normal process of going to school. I sat where you are sitting now. I was a student at Three Rivers. I graduated and went to UConn and went and got my master's, and I was able to come back to where it all started. It was something that I had always hoped and dreamed would be able to happen, and it did. And I stumbled. Gosh, I stumbled. And that's okay, right? Because it's not the fact that you stumble or you fail. It's the fact that you're able to get up and go back at it with renewed effort and vigor. And that's the important part. And that's what you'll remember the most, is when at the end of the process, you have gotten to where you wanted to get to. And so don't ever forget that there is always a light at the end of the tunnel. If you find that you are having difficulty and you are unsure of how to proceed, go talk to your faculty, your professor. They are there for you. They are great resources and will help you along the way and help you figure things out if you become confused or unsure. Besides that, do your homework. If your professor says read these pages, honestly read them. Don't just say you did or ask the person next to you, what's the answer? Do the work. Because if you put in the effort, your professor will meet you halfway, maybe even a little bit more if they see that you are trying and that you need more help than someone else. Okay? You put in the effort, they will return the effort to you. Okay? Everybody have a great year, and that's all I got to say.
Thank you, Nicola. I'd like to now introduce the President of our Student Government, Danielle Spada.
Hi, Danielle. Welcome. Although there are a million ways I can take this speech, I'm going to share with you my academic story in hopes that you all take something from it. I started my academic journey straight out of high school. As you can imagine, I was very anxious. What made it even worse is I wanted to go for nursing. For those of you who don't already know it, the nursing program here is one of the most competitive at the school. So there was increased stress to get good grades. To get these good grades, I learned very early on to use the academic aids that we have at the school. For me, they were fellow students, teachers, and faculty. I cannot stress enough the importance of reaching out to fellow students and teachers. Teachers, faculty, and staff are here for you. They're here because of you. Teachers love questions because it shows to them that their students are taking interest in what they are teaching. Peer interaction is also important too, for they are in the same boat as you. Creating study groups helped consolidate and implant information in my head. They also ended up being my support system in many of my classes. Another driving force for me at the schools joining club life. I can remember my first scoops. I went in there only wanting ice cream and ended up joining a club. I remember being very anxious to meeting new people and talking to new people, especially leaders. I ended up meeting Mike Jones, the Phi Theta Kappa secretary at the time. Yes, he was scary at first. But when I actually attended the meeting, he eventually became a dear friend and not scary at all. I remember being hooked to club life from the start. Everyone was very caring. They pushed me towards my ultimate goal of being a nurse. They are my shoulder to cry on and my emotional support team. They are definitely one of the reasons that I am standing in front of you all today. This will be my fourth and final academic year at Three Rivers. I am currently finishing my last year of the nursing program and am enjoying every single moment. Although I could go on, I will let you experience the joy that is Convocation. So thank you, and I look forward to seeing you all throughout the academic year.
Thank you, Danielle. That's really good advice for our students. Now I will introduce Catherine Hafney, our Director of Marketing.
Thank you and congratulations on being here at Three Rivers. I'm here to talk to you just because this is, Convocation is about beginnings, and let me just, we're beginning a new website this afternoon, so we're very excited, and I just wanted to introduce you to that, show you what it will be, it's a lot of people this year have worked on it all summer long. We've actually made a whole website within just a few months. I would say over 50 people from various departments, faculty, staff, students, prospective students, all were involved in making this website. It is a website that is first and foremost for prospective students, so that when they come to our site, they can see who we really are. But it's also a site that we feel really reflects who we are. You're here, you're returning students, you know how great Three Rivers can be. We have great faculty, we have great students, we have great opportunities here, and we think that a lot of people don't get that. You know, they think, oh, it's a community college. You know, it isn't. Our community colleges are so exciting. We have so much going on in here today that we feel that it's really important for people to see who we are and what we offer. And we also feel, as you students already know, what a good deal it is that you can start your college here. You could end up saving huge barrels, literally barrels of money by going here, and either go right out into a career or continue your education at another college or university. You have faculty who have done that, you know friends who have probably done that, and it's a really exciting place to be. So what we wanted to do was make sure that other people know that, and we want to make sure that we start changing the whole impression of what a community college is, and we know that you know what that is. So I just want to introduce this to you. This is a test site. It's going to go live later this afternoon, and okay. And here is our new website. This is the home page. You can see, you know, in terms of visiting and value, our workforce education program, our campus. We have a beautiful campus. When we have people coming in, whenever I have new people coming in, they walk into this building and they are just so impressed by our building and what it looks like and what we offer here. We have all of our great statistics, like 29,000 square feet of lab space. We'll be having lots of news and events in here, so it'll be a place you can come to for news and events. And we don't have a calendar yet when it goes live this afternoon. It's one of the things TRC, so it's a great site. It's going to have a lot of things going for it. One thing too, as current students who are used to our old site, we did not get rid of our old site. We still have that. And so up here, in this quick links here, right up here, you can, for right now, it just goes to our new, what we call, it's an extranet, because you'll actually be able to access some of this stuff from home. So you'll still be able to go to here to get registration information. It'll tie into digitation and all those things that we already have going. And then little by little, this will be evolving into our intranet. So don't worry, it's all there, everything you need. But also from the outside, we do have this as a new website. So anyway, we think it really says who we are and who you are. And please, if there's information or you have events or things that we want to go on, we'll be working with student programs or working with everybody here. But don't hesitate, you know about something. We'll also be having, one of the things that will be coming on is student stories, great stories about our students and alumni. So don't hesitate to call that out if you know of this, you know, a friend of yours is doing great things or going on to do some stuff. Do, you know, let me know. We want to get the word out and acknowledge and congratulate all these great folks. So anyway, that's this afternoon at 2, supposedly it's going on. My understanding is those can take up to 48 hours to perfectly populate. So if you don't, you know, when you go to it, it'll be, oh, that's the other thing, 3rivers.edu will be the website. The old website will continue to be trcconnet.edu, but the new website is 3rivers.edu. So anyway, we're excited.
So thank you, Catherine. That looks amazing. I think it really represents our college. If you know, and for those who don't know, this college is all about innovation, and this is basically one of the many evidences we have for innovation, and all the creative things are going on here on campus. So we are going to say thank you, gracias, everybody, for being here. Thank you. Have a great beginning. Heidi has an announcement for you, something really yummy and delicious that you could try. And that's always good, especially at noon, right?
Okay, so we'd like you to continue our celebration with us. Student programs is putting on the Scoops event. That's in the cafeteria. We invite students to get in the line, followed by faculty and staff. Come and visit our club representatives and get your ice cream toppings. Thank you so much for coming.